Hey, good evening. Happy Friday evening to everyone out there. And welcome to Illinois being on like total lockdown, crazy pants stuff here. Anyway, just wanted to say hey to everybody, and I know it's a little bit later than I'm normally here. Anyway, that's how our days are running, everything feels like it's upside down. So, in this crazy lead yourself through your crisis, right? We all have to start to lead ourselves. Yesterday, I said that, I had taken apart some John Maxwell stuff, and that instead of self-sabotage, that there's lots of things that you can do, instead of standing in your pantry eating the Oreos or, considering eating all the toilet paper you might have purchased. Anyway, and so there were, 6 main points that I pulled out of some of this work. And the first one was to trust God. The second is to have hope. The third one was to take a higher view, back up and look at the big picture. And then the next one was to dive deep into the details to see what your current reality is and what you can control and what you can't. And then check in, right? Check in with your attitude and where are you at? Are you staying in your comfort zone, or are you challenging yourself with changing some things? And then what action steps can you take, and can you ask for some support? So today we're going to talk a little bit about trusting God or trusting in your higher power, or, wherever your belief system sits. Most people know I'm a pretty strong Christian, and I am super not judgy about what you believe. That is, I'm here to talk about my religion and talk about my beliefs, but I also love all of yours, and I love learning about them. And I had an amazing conversation with a new patient of mine who is a Muslim, and we really looked at how many things we agree on so many things. So super open, but trust your higher power and trust in God during this time to actually be able to see that bigger picture than what we can see. And I'm gonna shy away from everything happens for good. However, I am gonna ask this question. It was asked to me about 4 to 6 months after I figured out I was getting divorced, and it was a really rough time in my life. And somebody said to me, when are you going to realize or see some of the blessings that have come your way because of this? So, even though in these moments of trial and crisis, and in that moment of my divorce, I could see that, hey, I had been asked to speak at a small conference, and I never would have been able to do that before that. I never would have been asked to speak because I wouldn't have been in a position to be there. So at that time, I was like, oh yeah, look, I'm sitting on the beach in the Dominican, and it's beautiful, and all those things that we don't always see. A bigger hand, right, over our lives. And so, look at some of the smaller blessings that may be coming out of this for your life. For me, it's really a lot more time. I've had 2 dinners in a row with my kids. What the heck, right? Usually they're off running around. It's Friday night. And so, there's definitely some things that can shift for the positive in your world right now. And that's the bigger picture that our higher power of God can see, and He always has our back, and it's loving, and He definitely wants the best for all of us. And so, like I said, I was going to dive deep into these 6 different points that I talked about last night. And so, I just wanted to dive into the trust God piece tonight. I've got a couple quotes that I felt like were apropos for this thing. Martin Luther King says, "We must accept finite disappointment, and we must never lose infinite hope." And so we're going to talk a lot about hope tomorrow for sure. And then every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. And that's a Napoleon Hill quote. So just know that there's going to be a big benefit out of this someplace, even if you can't see it right now. So trust God to have your back, and to know that there's way bigger happening out there than we even really realize. So I'm here to encourage you and love on you. And I have a new ebook. If you're looking for how to zing your life with a little extra energy, I go through a bunch of the lifestyle stuff for that, and it's a free ebook, so I will start posting where to get that right now. It's actually, you can get it on my website, restoryu.com, restoreyou.com. So this is I'm going to be back here tomorrow at some point in time, and we're going to talk about having hope in all of this. And like I said, the next few days I'm just going to be walking through how to lead yourself in this crazy crisis instead of being self-sabotaging and doing all the unhealthy things when you can actually do a lot of really super healthy things for yourself during this time. So love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you've been here, and I appreciate you. Love you. Bye.